Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachele Teson and I'm a Nationally Certified School Psychologist here in Missouri. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all things School Psych Simplified. Welcome back to Tech Tip Tuesday, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, we're diving into a pretty powerful tool that can make life a lot easier for school psychologists, Google Keep. So whether you're keeping notes or collaborating with others, keeping track of important resources, Google Keep has you covered. Stick around as I model and explore the different features and benefits specific for the unique needs of school psychologists. So, as a school psychologist, we know it's super important that we're staying organized and keeping things right at our fingertips that we reference often. So, if you're new to Google Keep, all you need to do is navigate to keep.google.com and you'll see a screen similar to this one. So, let's talk about some of the basic features. So, one of the highlights of Google Keep is it's an intuitive note taking system. You can create color-coded notes for different things, maybe one for assessments, one for meetings, one for credentials. And you can also use different labels and tags that can help you quickly locate and categorize your notes, making sure that you can find things right at your fingertips. So think, instead of a pile of Post-its on my desk, I could use Google Keep. Okay, so how do we create a note? Google Keep makes it super simple. As you can see at the top here, it says take a note. You'll click in that box and you can add a title to this digital post-it and then create some details. So let's say this is my beginning of the day checklist. And then I can have my details here. And then when you're finished with your note, you simply click close. You can also go back into your note at any time. So you just click on it, it will pop back up, and then you can add some more details or explore some of these features down below. The one that I'm going to highlight today is color coding, because if you know me, you know that I like to color code. You can pick a standard color, or there's also some interesting backgrounds here that Google Keep offers. All right. So let's say that this, in fact, isn't just a Post-it note, but we're going to use this as a to-do list. So instead of the word details, I'm going to come in to the More option, and I'm going to click on Show Checkboxes. And this is going to turn this into a checklist or a to-do list. So maybe at the beginning of the day, maybe a standard thing that I do is update the case log. And maybe something else that I do each morning is I'm checking my calendar, check my email. Of course, I could make this custom to whatever I would need, but this is just one way to do that. And once you have the checklists there, you simply just check it off. It's saves, it stays down here, but it's crossed off, which feels so good. That's my favorite part of paper pencil, is that crossing it off. And I like that Google Keep lets me cross it off digitally. And let's say I clicked it on accident, you would just click down here and it would pop back up. Now let's say we're going to add check on consent forms. Maybe that's something I do each morning, but I think of that as part of updating my case log. I can move this up and then move it as like a subtask for updating my case log. So let's say I finished checking on consent forms. That one comes down here, and then I update my case log and I check that one off. You could do it that way. Or if you've done all of these subtasks, all you would have to do is click on the main one and it drops all of them down. So this is just another way that you could use Google Keep as checklist style in addition to note-taking style. All right, let's say we're finished with this note. We can close that out. And let's say we want to start a new note. We can do the same thing. So maybe I have an end of day checklist. This is just one example, just to have note created. Now let's say I want to make this one blue to go next to my purple one. All right. So let's say we've got all of our sprinkling of Post-it notes digitally here, and there's one that we reference all of the time. Let's say we have another note that is contacts. And maybe we have listed here some details in terms of extensions that you dial all of the time, or phone numbers for outside providers, or people in other buildings that you regularly work with, things like that. So that's one that I use as contacts. And then let's say let's make that green to go next to that other one. So let's say that this is one that I reference all of the time. Something else that you can do is pin it to the top. So all you have to do is hover over the Post-it and click pin to top, and you'll see all of the others come down here, and then your most important ones can be pinned to the top. All right. Another thing that you can do with Google Keep is you can actually be collaborative, which is something I know that we love as school psychologists. So if we're clicking on this note, let's say one of your teammates typed out all of the important contacts, and to be a good neighbor, you don't want other people to have to start from nothing, and you want to share it with them, right? So you can click on this collaborator button, and all you would need to do is add the person's email and share it with them, and then it will pop up on their Google Keep dashboard. So that's pretty cool. Something else that you can do is actually add images. So let's say you got something from a PD, like a handout or something, and you snapped a picture of it on your phone. Something else you can do is click on this add an image button, and it will save within that note as a picture. So the best part too, it's all the best parts. Another really great part about Google Keep is you can search through your Post-its. So let's say you started this at the beginning of the school year, and by the end, there's like 150 Post-its here. You can search. So if I search for PD, it will show me the note that's labeled PD, but also any time that that combination of letters appears in any of my notes. Another way to search is by type or by color. So I can search by ones that are just checklist, or I can search by, I only want to see my blue notes. So if there's certain things that you want to color code and only look at blue for assessment related things, or green for your meeting related checklists or things, that's another way that you can pull up some of that information. Something else that you can do within Google Keep are reminders. So let's say your end of the day checklist, let's say you want to add a reminder to yourself that you want to look at this. Let's say at the end of the day, I'm going to pick custom, and we're going to do 4 p.m. Let's say it's the end of our day, and we're going to hit save. Actually, we're going to hit it repeats every day. Oh, that's a long time. Okay, we'll say never. Repeats every day. Okay, so we'll hit save. So it's showing me that tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I'm going to get a reminder. Okay, Rachel, are you doing your end of day checklist? So when you get to your reminders here to the side, you'll see everything that has a reminder. So that's another way to sort through all of your digital Post-its. Another way that you can sort through them is by creating a label and searching by a label. So let's say for this end of day checklist, I'm going to click on the ... and choose add label. And I might label this one checklists. And then I'm going to hit close. And then maybe the beginning of the day checklist, I want to label the same way. So add label, make that checklist label. And then over here, I can see all of my Post-its that have checklists listed on there. So there's just lots of ways to make sure you never, ever again lose that Post-it note. of information that you want to reference later. So that kind of scratched the surface, got into some details on how Google Keep can be used, how you can sort through all of your digital post-its, and how you could think about using them in your role as a school psychologist. If you are already using Google Keep, leave a comment down below so that we can all build our collective knowledge around technology and school psych efficiency. And if you'd like to see more details on Google Keep or a feature that you want a deeper dive, let me know because I nerd out over this kind of stuff and I want this to be as helpful as possible.
See you next week.